Hello, my name is Brandy Lee, and today, April 8th, 2020, I will be talking to you about poaching in Africa and how it negatively impacts our environment. Now, I know we all love our fancy new furs and our expensive jewelry, but how would you feel knowing that coat that you just bought or those fancy new piano keys you just got came from innocent animal suffering? This is because of poaching, which is an illegal act of capturing and hunting animals. Sadly, this happens all over the globe. But most poachers go to Africa to get elephant tusks for ivory and rhino horns for medicines. According to John G. Gallaty from McGill University, this is incredibly detrimental to our environment. He states that some elephant species are known to be ecosystem engineers by clearing forests and making habitats for other animals. This is extremely worrying because not only are many species at risk for extinction, but habitats that should be made aren't being made for other animals. By the end of my speech, you will be able to describe ways in which poaching in Africa impacts our environment. Poaching is extremely common in Africa and was around even before the 20th century. Trading ivory goes as far as the Roman and Egyptian civilizations. Their greed for ivory was rumored to have been why northern African elephants' population dwindled. Though ivory became really popular around the 18th and 19th century, so much so that it was kind of like plastic during that time. Shockingly, nothing seemed to change though, because according to Brahma Busher and Mano Ramatsindel in their article titled Green Violence, Rhino Poaching and the War to Save Southern Africa's Peace Parks, they state that in 2013 and 14, over 1,000 rhinos were killed in South Africa and made a huge impact on the political and conservation dynamics in that area. Not only has the environment been impacted by this, but because of rhino poaching, distrust grew between mainly black poachers and the white public of South Africa. Taking action against poachers would help so many societies, while at the same time hurt multiple communities and social groups. Eventually, poaching was actually regulated and sustenance poaching was banned when black poachers and white poachers arose. Although this didn't stop the horrendous acts of violence against innocent animals, that did inspire the government to create many reserves. Even the law couldn't stop the acts of poachers though. In fact, it happens so often these days that anytime there's armed conflict, elephant numbers seem to drop. Having a war against poachers in itself creates tons of problems. For one, it divides communities. Even worse, it doesn't allow the community members to go and get access to their natural resources. These African creatures are so incredibly beautiful that rhinos inspired the myth itself of unicorns. But what's truly astonishing and so sad is that between 1970 and 1986, the black rhino population dwindled from 650,000 to 15,000. And a few years later, it was less than 4,500. This is inexcusable and a crime. Something just as bad as killing animals for profit is buying products so that they can continue to make profit. Always remember that poachers are determined to collect as much profit as possible. That being said, Zimbabwe had the greatest number of black rhinos. By the end of 1980, the poachers from Zambia made these numbers fall from 1,000 to about 400. This is most certainly going to hurt Africa's wildlife because rhinos are huge herbivores who help maintain Savannah's grasslands. So, before you buy any fluffy coats from the Goodwill or purge on expensive ivory earrings, consider this. Even if you feel that products made from creatures of Africa are more acceptable, think of the life that was taken for you to feel more stylish. Poaching in Africa continues every day. So please, when you get home, donate to a foundation of Africa's majestic animals, and remember the following. Africa is a beautiful place with amazing landscapes that come to be because of these animals that we take for granted and need to be respected in the eyes of everyone. Thank you.